Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stadia Party Chat Podcast. We're episode 17, possibly. We still haven't figured that out, but we're just moving forward with 17 right now. Today is October 10th. We're coming at you on Sunday. Um, Here at Stadia Party Chat Podcast, we're two Canadian gaming enthusiasts, both founding Stadia members, gotten that nice, fresh controller that is that, what was it? Dark Midnight Blue, I think was the color name, with
Yeah,
the
Midnight Blue.
Google Orange.
Hmm.
Mine does not work, sadly. Um, but yeah, we're members who love the platform and enjoy sharing news, discussing rumors, and having fun at the same time. Today is episode 17, as mentioned before. We're going to be talking Destiny. I'm sure the Dinosaur King himself, Nats, will be talking about ARK, and I'll be deep diving into the American conspiracy that is the Federal Bureau of Control. And always, there's news and rumors and Discord. So let's talk about what you've been playing this week. I know you've definitely been conquering some jungles in ARK, so why don't you talk a little bit about your weekly explorations and maybe some triumphs and some down things that I'm sure
Hmm.
there's been some downfalls this week.
Oh yeah. So far, like in ARK, I really like where I'm at now. I got access to a lot of resources. It's quite easy for me to like if I die to go back to my body or anything like that, because I have a variety of different dinosaur I can use. So and funny enough, I'll get to that, but in if you follow the Discord for ARK, you might notice that there's been a couple update and it's affecting Steam, Stadia, and Epic Game, which is good. So they keep fixing bugs and stuff like that. But I'm yet to see like Stadia to be able to host and then like play multiplayer for a server. Um, it's kind of annoying for that, but hopefully they're gonna bring that up like eventually very soon. But like in the game so far, I was able to get myself a T-Rex, so I'm proud of that. I was able to capture that. I'm still learning how to capture certain dinosaur because they're like freaking hard to get sometime, or like they kill you before you can like make them fall asleep or something. Uh, but yeah, I died a few times and I went back to my body. I was able to get it, so I was pretty happy. Some of my dinosaurs are getting stronger, so like even if I die, they still stay alive, which I'm quite surprised about it. Because sometime in the past, like they were all dead, so I was like kind of like a wipe. Um, but yeah, like I've been like looking into the ocean to find like some more material. I got like a full scuba gear now. I got like a mega. It's basically one of those dinosaur shark. Try to remember the name, but like he's my ride, and I got my boat. I'm looking to build a motorboat soon. I've been like, oh yeah, that's another funny thing. So I went to a cave to farm some obsidian, and I've been there before, and I died multiple times. Well, when I got there, I noticed that there was like some of my dinosaurs stuck in the floor, like it like glitched through the floor, and they were able to get out. And now I got all those dinosaurs that I thought they were all dead. They just alive, and I was like, sweet, okay. I was able to get them back, so that was pretty interesting. And I'm still farming some materials I can move a step ahead, like into the like basically my building. I'm yet to like have a stream just to show it, but like I'll do that soon. I also like build like I build a bit more my area. I had it like electricity. I got a generator, and I got like
Wow,
a gas oven now. Like I thought gas was
gas
like
oven. Wow.
yeah. So I've been collecting oil, and then you merge it with like is it skin or like leather, and then like it turns into gasoline, and then with gasoline you can have the generator running, you can have like the fabrication running, you can, and then I have like a gas stove, or not a stove, but a barbecue almost, that I use to cook the meat like quickly, and I have a refrigerator so I can store a lot of it. Yeah, it's been interesting. So I'm building up slowly. I still yet to build like my house in metal or anything like that, but I'm still discovering a lot, like how to like play, because I haven't like discovered the whole map yet. I've been like just sticking around my area, I guess, because like I'm very worried that if I die while going somewhere, yeah, it's gonna be hard to make it, like it, because it's gonna be too far. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening to ARK. Graphic wise, it's still the same. I feel sometimes it just stutter, like it freeze and it's going, and it's not Stadia, it's the game. I think like the port is not like fully proper, if that makes sense. And then yeah, I've been playing with the new settings of Enhance, Stadia Enhance. So there's like a filter setting now. You can play with the sharpness, you can play with the brightness and stuff like that. It make the game look better. So yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
good. That's pretty much it with ARK.
that's cool.
Yeah. What about yourself? You play a little bit more Control?
Yeah, I'm getting into control and uncovering the conspiracy that is behind the American way of life, the very being of every soul of American behind every decision they make. There's going conspiracies that our very co-host is involved, as I found his name on one of the whiteboards in one of the offices.
Yeah. Just spelled the wrong way, right?
Yeah, on purpose to throw me off. No, it's just like super interesting. I broke into one lab just off to the side to see if I had missed anything, and all of a sudden all these people are entranced by this object, and I go up to it, it's a rubber ducky, and I'm like, what is going on? And then you go through and then you hear a recording, someone's like, quack quack, can you hear me, rubber ducky, quack quack, like they're trying to communicate with it. And it's pretty crazy on like the paranormal conspiracies and how they control the American population. And then they tie in things like the Havana incident where people got affected with those radio waves, and like they just mix it all into, this is what's happening behind the curtain. So it's pretty, it's an interesting roller coaster, the movie in the background. And I was thinking last time on the podcast, I said I hadn't thought of another game where they mix live action video. The other game that came to my mind in between then was Journey to Another World.
Okay.
Remember that game? You beat that game, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
beat it's is it Journey to Another? Yeah. Anyway, like
to another planet or something.
yeah, it's like available on Stadia Pro. Yeah, it's like you crash land in your ship, and then like you get those weird commercials popping up on the TV screen that it's like
Right.
pretty fucked up, but like pretty
Yeah.
funny. And then like yeah, you have to discover the world. Yeah, I finished that with the expansion. That was
So
actually a very fun game.
so that's how they have the videos and that sort of like cut to like live action,
Hmm.
and they mix that with control, except it's more cinematic. It's not as like crazy as these like inventions they had, or the dog person or whatever that was.
Yeah.
uh but yeah, I mean, the gameplay is just beyond wicked. I'm learning all of these new skills that I never thought would be in this type of game. And the one gun being able to switch to like a machine gun, hand cannon, shotgun, all just like by the same sort of thing in your hand is just
Hmm.
pretty cool. And at the same time, it's like a key to different doors. um the ads are coming at you. There's such a large variety. You got explosive, you got machine guns, you got overshields, you got heavies, you got little infantry, and just say they're coming too close to you, well, you can just transform any of them onto your own side. You can
Mm.
manipulate their minds, and then they're fighting for you. It just becomes like a really cool way to play the battlefield, and you can play it different every single time. You can either
Yeah.
just like pick stuff up with your mind and whip them at it, or play gunplay, or use them against each other. So
That's pretty cool. You can use your mind to like do like things, and then you just can play the way you want, right? You got like almost a multiple option there, so it's pretty good.
and then the story just driving you to discover more is really interesting and cool, because what gives you your power is either your enemy or your friend, and
Hmm.
you got to figure that out as you go along. So I have yet to discover that, but I like to play it when I can have like my headphones in and really like sit down and pay attention to everything that's happening.
Yeah. Have you tried on 4K yet and see how it looks like?
But the only 4K thing I have is the iPad. And
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah, I never really like set that up anywhere. So yeah, I probably won't be able to play. I mean, the graphics look pretty cool. I'm just not like, graphics don't make or break me. I do enjoy um
It's really the gameplay. It's like
yeah, the
me.
gameplay, yeah.
It's like ARK. It's like the graphic are not that great. Like, you gotta think it's like it's almost a 10 years old game, right? So the graphic are not great, but like the gameplay, it's all about the gameplay. Look at like Terraria, right? Like we mentioned, it's like a first player shooter Terraria, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like it's not necessarily a graphic, it's really the gameplay. And looking at other game like that, it's always the gameplay like that's more fun. Like because like you can have like a very like good game, like just graphic wise, very powerful, very pretty, but the gameplay is terrible. Look at uh what's it
Cyberpunk
Outrider
or
Outrider one,
Outriders.
like the graphic were nice, but like the gameplay is not too bad, but like it's so buggy, right? I'd rather have like a game that's playable, and the graphic are terrible but the gameplay is there, right? So
Yeah. Well, that's cool. We should get on to other stuff before we get caught away in Control and Arc. So
yeah.
Destiny 2 on the Pinnacle grind this
Yeah.
week. I finished out my Hunter last night. I didn't even realize that,
Yeah, I
so
finished
until
my
later.
Warlock. Yeah, I'm all done with all my character. I'm all 30, 1330. So same here,
Oh,
all
that's
done.
cool.
Yeah, that's perfect.
We
So
got Festival of the Lost. I'm sure we'll hear about that on the TWAB.
yeah.
Grandmasters are here. We tried to get through the Fanatic and his army. Um, I would say it's a pretty difficult. You have to strategize every room, be conservative. That's how we got through. We got through the main part pretty easily. I think the three times we attempted it, it's just
Yeah,
that
it's the
boss room.
boss room. Yeah, the boss room, there's nowhere to hide really, because then you make those spark on the ground, those circle, then you got to move. Like, and you have to move as a team, I found, because as soon as one died, like it's pretty hard. Yeah.
So
Like,
I was able to complete it with Tuba, and what him and his friend advised was go over. He stayed to the right side, and I was on the left, and um, we stayed in those areas. How is best to describe it? Sort of like
the
on the
elevated
wings,
area.
yeah, on the
Yeah.
elevated ramps. And so from there, we were able to shield from boss attacks. We were able to funnel the ads. And those circles we were easily able to identify and still get to cover. So I really feel like those two wings were made for the
Mhm.
boss room survival. And then the supers they used, they were just using Omni Oculus shadow shots. And the Wither Horde was just putting in work like I've never
Yeah.
seen before. Really good weapon choice.
The shadow shot might help a lot with the all the ads coming, because it's slowing them down. You do more damage to them, also do more damage to the boss. So I
Yeah.
can see that. With the Omni Oculus like chess piece, you get your the smoke bomb, like you got it twice, I think, so you can vanish also. So I can see why.
Yeah, and then the other thing was the stasis. If you hit the boss with stasis, he starts to glitch out and he does extra phases. So I
What?
learned, yeah, I learned that for the first half of the whole boss's life to never use any of my stasis attacks, and like the turret and the super, like don't hit him with stasis. And
Damn.
then after that, boom, it was like fine. It was very strange. He was
That's
glitching
strange.
out on stasis.
So is it worth it to have stasis then? And that,
I think it is for to
yeah,
have the turret, unless you're gonna go 3 hunters and just make yourselves invisible and shadow
yeah.
shot everything.
Well, damn. I was thinking to use my Titan, and I found like the banner shield, we didn't really need it because we have a well. We had a well, and after this, when I went to solar, it was very good because it was a sound breaker because I could add clear a lot more.
Yeah, ad
Um,
clear is what you want. And then the Lawrence driver, right? That was a big tool for you.
mhm. Yeah, I found that was very that was fun. It's fun to play with that gun and just get your headshot and you can see all the ad go and they all explode. It's always fun to see. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
Well, that's
And
cool. Let's jump into the TWAB and good luck. And we'll definitely good luck on anyone trying that Grandmaster.
yeah, definitely. I just want to jump in. I talk a little bit about some stuff before we jump to the TWAB there. Like, so the story was finished this week, and I'm compiling a video. I'm going through the story with my Warlock, just so I can capture like just like the video of like the cinematic and stuff like that without me in the background, without me talking, just to give the opportunity for people to live the story. And I'll probably gonna mention some stuff at the beginning or at the end of the video. But the so the story ended, and now we're waiting for the ritual to happen to have the planet align, and it's not a planet, but like the
Astral
shatter
alignment,
realm,
right?
the astral alignment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like then we can get rid of the worm from Savatune. So my theory behind that to be where like we get to this point right now um to the witch queen with like her in a throne world with like her with like a ghost is that there's mention that Mara want to use the opportunity as soon as she loses her worm to kill her probably. So I have a feeling that that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get rid of the warmth from Savatune. She's not gonna be powered anymore. Mara might gonna kill her because she ate it or ate her so bad because she took Aldrin first time and again the second time when he's when he's a guardian. So I have a feeling that Savatune's gonna die, go to a throne world because she already had it created and somehow get revived with the ghost. I don't know what's a requirement really to have someone getting revived by a ghost from the light, basically from the traveler. There's no really requirement. Like it's just a ghost is looking around. So if she's if she bought some of those dead ghosts from a spider, maybe she manipulates something out of it to turn them into like a hive ghost or something. So that's my thinking. Something's gonna happen, uh, and then Mara's gonna kill Savatune, and then the chain reaction is gonna happen to get to the Witch Queen. So that's what I think it's gonna happen. But yeah, quite interesting what's with the story. I can't wait to see what's happening with Crow, with Aldrin technically. Now he knows everything that happened to him. He's one of the first Guardian to be able to remember his past, right? Because of Savatune. But what did she show him? We don't know. We don't know if it's all the truth. He knows that we killed him. He knows that like
Oops.
he was affected. But yeah, it's quite interesting. In the last like lore book we saw is that he's traveling to Venus. Venus? Yeah. He's traveling to Venus. So there's something there in Venus that Aldrin left. So is that a new planet that's gonna get revived? Is that, who knows, right? Maybe a new area. Maybe that's where the some of the activity coming up, a new dungeon or something. But yeah, all right, let's move on to the TWAB. So this week there was like two things happening. So there's the TWAB and the Destiny Content Vault update. I'll cover a little bit the Destiny Vault update, but yeah. Excuse me. So basically this week at Bungie, so we have the Festival of the Lost coming, and they have the Destiny Content Vault coming, an update basically because of Witch Queen coming out. They will be vaulting the Forsaken campaign, which is it's sad but understandable because it's Aldrin's story kind of, and now Aldrin is Crow, and you have all that progression. It might confuse new player. I'm still annoyed the fact that they like gonna vault it when like people pay for it, but it's gonna be free from December. So if you have anything to do during Christmas, I urge you to play the Forsaken. Very good campaign.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think it may be foreshadowing. Maybe they just all die into the darkness. That's why Forsaken's not there anymore. Or maybe they become the hive ghosts. Their bodies explode into a bunch of ghosts that are hive, and people are like, "What? Crow, no."
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happened with that. But like the Dreaming City staying there, which is weird because the Tangle Shore was the doorway to the Dreaming City. So I don't understand that, but anyway.
Maybe somebody fell asleep on that one.
Yeah, and they're gonna keep the battleground to it. I think that they're
Why?
gonna I don't know. So maybe because of cattle, cattle.
Katali
Yeah, I don't know what their name again. I never I good to say her name. Maybe
or
because of
Cadle?
that. Maybe they tried to give more activity within the strike bubble realm. Maybe that's why. And
Okay.
they are vaulting two of the exotic missions, so Presage and Arbinger, which is
The only two
sad.
of their kind, but okay.
There's gonna be future one, but we'll see what happens. So
Right.
that's the main thing. Um, season like what's coming up with the season of the lost, so the festival of the lost, so introducing the Calavera ghost shell. So if you go there, so
Ooh.
that's a ghost shell that someone did a draw, so it's like one of the artists created that. So I don't know if it's going to be available for purchase or something, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. It has some relation with the festival in, I want to say, the
Mexico?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Spanish festival of like
It's the Day of
the
the Dead.
Day of the
Yeah.
Dead. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. There's some background about the creator of that, Luis. Um,
Luis Miguel.
Luis Miguel, is that how you say it?
Luis. Well, I
Luis
just know maybe that's
Yepes.
Portuguese.
Yeah, okay, there you go. It's in your realm. We see, okay, so they're like a couple talk about the artists and they show a bit of how it looked like, the drawing, where he's pick up some of the sketch from. So pretty interesting. Have a read. Um, and it's good that like players can add like their pieces to Destiny, right? So pretty good. Some patch note, they increased the drop chance for Adept Nightfall weapon and the Platinum Grandmaster Nightfall to 100%. So that's pretty cool. You're for sure gonna get a drop for doing a Grandmaster. There's been some fix for the Corrupted to not make it that hard, I guess. And crossplay UI, apparently there's been some issue with that. I don't know. Update the sign-on experience to show single toes after character select. I don't know. I didn't see any issue with that, but they fixed a couple bug. The text chat, which it's not available yet on Stadia, but on PC mainly. That it wasn't auto hiding or something. So, okay. A couple little things, couple bugs there and there for roster. Blocking player, I guess it still doesn't work, but and the full patch note is going to be available on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So then we can have a look. Speaking of patch, so they're going to have an update coming up next Tuesday because they're going to have like the um, festival, the
festival.
lost. So um, I don't know. I saw my guess is that they're not gonna have the what was the thing they used the last couple of years for Mercury?
The forest
Yeah,
of the
the
lost or something where you had to go on the branches.
So that was the doorway in Mercury that you use, like it's a Vex forest world or something like that. Now they're gonna go with the lost sector, from my understanding, right? So I wonder if there's gonna be rotation of lost sector,
Oh, that's a good
or
idea.
yeah, a little bit like what they do for like farming an exotic. So
Right, there'll probably be haunted lost sectors, or maybe all the
yeah,
lost sectors will be haunted or something. Who knows?
that should be interesting. Another way to like farm. So
Yeah.
well, stay tuned. The update's gonna be there, and hopefully it's not gonna take too long. Usually the update like take forever, but usually by the time I get home, I have access to it. So
I mean, horror's least I'm not the most excited about. Is there any other guns in the Festival of the Lost or
there was a couple. There's like that Aurors one, and
yeah.
there's another one that I kept. It wasn't too bad. What was the gun? It was an auto rifle. The Braytech Werewolf. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
don't. They might gonna come up with new weapon. Who knows, right? That'll be their thing. They're probably gonna come out with new weapon or revamp weapon and put it back in the loot roll.
Give me a kinetic bow or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I have like a good kinetic bow from the um fuck. What's the name
Beyond
of the
Lost
yeah,
or
Beyond Light. Yeah, from Beyond Light. That was very
Beyond
good.
Lost.
Beyond Beyond Light, where like it has explosive when it hit the target. I really
Yeah.
love that one. So but yeah, I'm open to any gun. Like right now, my vault is always full. I still
Oh,
need
I
to
just cleaned it
filter.
this morning. I had to
I know.
get it down from 495. I got it down to 410. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have more than two of every, like, some guns I have two of because I want a PvE and a PvP, but a lot of guns I just have one of. And,
Mm-hmm.
like, how am I out of space?
I'm just like I need to go through and every weapon type of frame, just keep one of them or something like that. I don't know.
I need to start deleting exotics because you can just reclaim them. And if I don't have a good
Yeah.
roll, then I don't really need it.
Oh, and exotic you don't use. That's what I've been
Yeah.
doing. Like there's some exotic I haven't used for a while. I just delete them and then like I see people using that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. That exotic exists. But like they're gonna come out with more and more exotics. So yeah, that should
It's
be
it's insane. Like do
and
something.
I think they're looking into it, but yeah.
They're not. It's been how many years? This
No.
is this is what they need to do. In collections, when you delete a gun, you can reclaim that role if you want it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh, that's it. I don't know. That's just crazy. But anyway, moving on to after that, there's like some video of the week, some movie of the week. One of the first one is like if you like metal, this guy's playing guitar. He's making a song for Marisov, so
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. And the second one, it's like a video. This guy's playing Gambit, and he just destroyed the team, right? So like just before he teleport, he used his Chaos Reach, and he end up like killing like the whole group in no time, like after that, because he get teleported and
Yeah, I
he's
don't think
just
it
like in
works.
his world ready to jump back in the portal, and then he get like maximum carnage. So that's a triumph or a medal. So it's pretty cool. Have a look. And then the last video is basically someone that recreated the Witch Queen cinematic in Minecraft. That's a lot of work, but he just kind of like recreated it, but it was quite interesting the way he did it. But yeah. And further down, yeah, you kind of see the guy is like basically, I need to go back in, and you can see like the carnage. It just get after 18 seconds after like teleporting, which is pretty crazy.
What
There you go.
happened?
So because he cast his Chaos Reach,
His
when he
Nova
got
Bomb.
yeah, Nova Bomb, not his Chaos Reach, yeah. Nova Bomb, it just like get the kills afterwards or something. So it's quite interesting. It was a delay kill. He got a Carnage because he got again 4 people dead, I guess. So quite interesting. I don't know how come it got delayed like that, but anyway. And moving on, there's like some drawing looking pretty good, some artists there. Pretty interesting. And yeah, week's almost over. So there's a flawless reward now for trials if you haven't done it. I haven't played trials this week.
It's the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle. I am
Oh yeah,
so adept. Yeah,
that
I got
is
a
a
pretty
pretty
good
good.
one. I got a moving target snapshot.
Mm-hmm. Why is it redacted though? Looks like tomorrow will feature redacted as a flawless
Because they
reward,
don't
man.
let people know
Mm-hmm.
until the weekend.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's pretty much this on to the TWAB.
Cool.
The Destiny Vault content vault. There's a link within the TWAB so you can go and read more about it. But like I mentioned, the main stuff. Excuse me. About the Forsaken disappearing, the 2 exotic activity disappearing, but keeping a dreaming city. Hopefully, we're gonna get enough to replace it. I wish that they reintegrate those activity because if you look at the Tangle Shore, it's already set up with the new generation of console. So why, like for cloud gaming or any gaming, they could like put it into a vault like within the map. You can access, you can download if you want to access it. So like the Red World, that was like a story that was very good. I would like to get back into it, but I guess we're not there yet. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm like I wish they could like make them accessible for everyone. So, but hey, who knows, right?
I guess we just gotta go along this crazy ride that Bungie's given. Like I was saying to you, I think I sent you a message when you told me about this. Bungie or Destiny is smaller now than it is when I started playing back when
Yeah,
Stadia first came out. They
there's
had
a
Leviathan, they had so many different raids, they had the Menagerie,
mhm.
they had Titan, they had Mercury, like they had so many things when I started, and now it's like less.
Exactly because I know that so Paul Tassi made a good video about it because people were like talking about Destiny 3. That's basically what they're doing. They're getting rid of all of Destiny 2 slowly and turning it into Destiny 3, really, if you look at
Yeah,
it this way. They were like, instead of vaulting all the content, just like create a new Destiny. But I like the idea to keep Destiny 2. They just need to make it accessible to everyone, like all the old content they're gonna vault. I understand it's a lot of work to like convert it to the new engine they have, but like Forsaken is already converted. They already made the conversion. So don't like kick it out and just leave us with nothing. They should just make it accessible for everyone, no matter what, but
that
like put it
conversion was
somewhere.
a that conversion was a jobs program.
Yeah, well, or like
Learn how to
usually,
convert.
well, like usually they have team doing that. So like if you have a game, an existing game going to a new platform, they do they have company that just do that, right? So they don't create new game, they just take old game and recreate it to work on a new platform. So really that's all they need to do. They might probably need to like increase the number of employees at Bungie so they can work on that. Because currently the way it's going to look like is that we're getting a lot of Destiny 1 unvaulting and coming to the game, and plus like new activity like the Witch Queen. But like you have to pay for that one to eventually get vaulted in the future. I don't know.
If they
Yeah.
make you pay for Forsaken twice, like, oh, we have Forsaken again, but it's like 15.99. Oh my
No.
god.
I wonder now. I don't think they're gonna make us pay again, but who
Maybe.
knows, right? So
Yeah, because Vault of Glass is available to anybody, right? So it may be the same thing coming out of the vault
yeah.
and
So
that Legends
anything,
thing.
yeah, anything getting unvaulted from Destiny 1 is like basically free to play. So
Yeah.
which is good. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Well, I look forward to this next. We should. So this month will be Festival of the Lost, and then in December we get the new dungeon. So and the
Yeah.
6-player event and the Galahorn. So stuff coming up. Stuff's coming up,
It's moving
and
fast.
I maybe have to finish Forsaken. What's the one that you get like the exotic from?
That's Shadow Keep. So that's
Shadow
gonna be the
Keep.
next one disappearing.
Okay, I got time. I got time to
You
finish that
got
one then.
time. You got another year in 3 months maybe.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna get rid of Shadow Keep because now Eris Morn is gonna be like part of that Witch
Who?
Queen who
Eris
her
Morn? She
uh,
hasn't been in the story in 2, 3 seasons now.
well, she's gonna be part of the Ive story, I think. So she's gonna be I think there was like too many character for this season, so they're gonna keep her for the Witch Queen because she's gonna be involved in that. And you're gonna have Ikora is gonna be involved. So because Eris Moore, she's like more Ive expert, I guess. So we'll see more about her, I think.
Cool.
Hmm.
Well, that's wicked on Destiny front. Let's hop into some Stadia news for the week
Hmm.
then. Um, this week, Valhalla got a 60 FPS option on the Stadia version. So pretty cool. Title update 1.3.2. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love 60 FPS?
Exactly.
It's just going to be more crisp. I mean, I played Valhalla for, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 hours. I went through some raids and stuff. I think you did too. I did not
Yeah.
notice that it was 30 FPS. Maybe that's just me, but like for me visually, it did not. Like I'll have to. I don't have access to it, but I'll have to
Ye-
go and try
mm.
and see. Like, does it visually impact the 30 versus the 60 FPS?
Well, the big difference is going to be like, so the difference between 30 to 60 FPS is like at which rate you see all the picture, right? So like you'll see like if at 30 FPS you're going to move, it's going to be a little bit more foggy, if that makes sense, or more blurry. And then like if you move at 60, it's going to be less blurry. It's going to see more detail. So really you're going to see a comparison if you play at 30 FPS and then switch right away and 60 FPS, you're gonna see a difference. Maybe on the spot, you're not gonna see a difference if you haven't played Valhalla for a while and then like jump into it. So
Okay, well, cool. If you love your non-blurry motionness, this is for you. So that's cool.
yeah,
Um, it looks like Square Enix is back at it again, releasing some patches. Square Enix is I did not know that they were behind Life is Strange, but I guess I should have known because there was a delay and there's been patches.
yes. So yeah, Life is Strange. Okay, so I think it just came out. So and if you have you bought the old package, then you can get the first one when it released too. So
And if you buy like the full version, you get a free Stadia Pro. I think today is the last. Yeah, today is the last day you can, if you're anybody but Canadians,
Yeah,
because screw those
exactly.
people. But yeah, you can get a free controller and Chromecast, which is completely unfair. Um,
Exactly. What the hell can Stadia Canada? Should
yeah.
probably message them, see what the hell's happening. Maybe
Have
they're
you
reserving something for us.
have you seen Stadia right now on their Twitter? I was messaging them because I told you the issue with my Wasabi controller,
Yeah.
right? Their tag name is, and I want to get this right,
Oh,
Scaredia.
yeah, because of month of October. Yeah, I saw this.
Scaredia. Like, what are you doing? How
Because
is
of
this?
Wing. Yeah, they've been doing that for the past little while, the past week or so. Since the beginning of October, actually.
Oh, I don't know. I
Mhm.
hope they come out with some cool things in October. I would love to see maybe like some Resident Evil 4, or like maybe even like some early Resident Evils, some scary games. Like don't release this Twitter thing. Like, I'm surprised we didn't get more horror games in the October month. Like, what did we get? We got Control. It's kind of dark, kind of scary. Like, that's maybe the closest thing. But the Disney game, that's not scary. The
Yeah.
Hello Engineer, I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I hope we
Maybe
get some more scary announcements this October from
uh,
Scaredia. And
maybe
like, yeah,
yeah, maybe they're gonna come up with like price sell for Resident Evil 8 and other games similar to that, like Dead by Daylight, like game like that. Yeah, who knows, right? I wouldn't mind
give
going back to Dead by Daylight. That was fun.
yeah, no, that was pretty cool. Yeah,
We're probably gonna
we
have
should do
time
a
to do that.
stream and just be
Yeah.
like, it's killing me.
That's awesome. Uh,
Yeah, what I really really want, fingers crossed, and like, I think they've already announced this for other consoles, it's probably not going to happen, but Dead Space Trilogy. Give me the Dead Space Trilogy. I don't know if you ever played those games.
I know the game, like I heard of it, but I never play it. Apparently
Oh
it's very
man,
very scary.
very scary, very cool. Pulled me in, like the whole story, all three games. It was a wicked ride. Yeah, loved
Awesome.
those. Loved those ones. Okay, let's move on to this next story, which is a massive one. I actually thought this may be the biggest story of the news cycle right here going on. Um, we're getting Stadia is getting a 100 plus battlefield. Well, I'm saying it wrong.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale,
Mm.
Ghost Recon,
hmm
drop in, kill time, very cool time. It's called Frontline.
hmm
Um, yeah, and we're getting complete crossplay, which is huge. So you're going to be able to play with anybody who gets this. And is it a free to play game?
Yeah, I think it was going to be. I didn't
I
see
think
nothing
it
about.
is.
I have
I
a
could be
feeling it's
wrong.
yeah, it's a battle royale. If they go free to play, that should be fine. If they don't, I wouldn't be surprised either. But the fact that it's coming to Stadia and all of the console, hopefully they make it crossplay. There's no mention. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they say
they
full
say
crossplay at
full
launch.
crossplay at launch. This is
And,
huge.
and the big thing is that support to 100 and plus player in each
Yeah.
game. So 101 or 150 or 200, you know. The gameplay look like, you know, if you play Ghost Recon, Wildland, or what's the other one? The Breakpoint. It looks the same. Very similar concept. You
Yeah.
play as a team and you got to gear up and like any other like battle royale, you find your weapon, your stuff, and you get to do some quick mission or something. So like you got to
And
go
look,
to an
there's like
area.
power-ups there. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Seems I'm
Oh,
loading and stuff.
yeah, because we have the stream happening. It's just like stuttery, but
But we
yeah.
need to see. And so like, look, and you can capture people. You can grab their intel. I saw this, and then you can like discover other enemy locations. Like,
Mhm.
what? Like, there's a lot going on here. Drones. There's stuff that they call from above here. Yeah, like machine gun. Like this
Mm.
game looks like it's going to be wicked.
Yeah, you can get a
Um,
vehicle and stuff like that.
vehicles, like
I have a feeling that if the because like the concept of battle royale now it's been expanded so much in other game like Warzone and you look at Apex Legend, PUBG, which is available in Stadia too. Like they kind of like they need to put like something in there that's like attractive to for the player, right? If it's just like go around and kill everybody, it's not like in this case. I guess you got to capture intel,
Stadia.
get points. So the the beta is available, but it's only available for PC player at the moment. And
Why?
then
How does that make any sense with technology? Like we have to be technology forward here in our thinking, and like cloud demos only make sense for them to record information and for ease of players. But yes, yes,
I'm guessing is that they do the PC close test because the issue is with the PC, maybe like the different variant of PC. They try to make sure that anybody can play it. Maybe Stadia, it's all one, right? So maybe like it's easier for like creating the game for Stadia is to make sure that all the other version of
yeah.
like all the different version of PC and console is there, right?
PC is the problem. That's what
Uh,
I've been saying. PC players, you guys
well,
are the problem.
it's quite funny when like I talk with PC player on when playing Destiny and they're like, "Oh, is it very buggy?" I'm like, "No, I found there's more PC player crashing than me because
Yeah.
it happened before. Like I do a VOG with some PC player, and then like suddenly this guy's like, "Oh, damn, I need to restart my game. It just like crashed me to desktop." I'm like, oh, okay. And the character disappeared and you come back. At least in Stadia, if something happened, your character is still staying there for 15 minutes. You just reopen Chrome or reopen your like your game and then you're still there.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
I
good.
had a few time like the playing ARK where my game will crash. Not like while playing. If like I leave the world and come back into another world or load into a server, it will crash. Like say like the game has glitched. But I think it's just like the game itself. They need to like work on it. But like Frontline, going back to Frontline, Ghost Recon, like I like the gameplay. Like every time I play Ghost Recon, like I really like the weapon infrastructure, if that makes sense, because every game has their own like way to assess the weapon, how it shoots and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty fun. So like if you like sneaking around and being stealthy and kill other player, that's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to access it on Stadia fairly soon.
Yeah,
Did
no
they say
release
the
date.
release date?
No
Yeah,
release
okay.
date, obviously. Let's just type into Google and see what
Probably
happens.
I will say in a year. Maybe gonna get delay again or something. So who
Oh, you
knows?
mean we should be playing Extraction right now and it's not out?
hmm So before they come out with a new game, they should concentrate on
Yeah.
the one they have. I know it's two different like area of Ubisoft, but hey, on the way. Oh, the other thing too regarding the beta, I think it was only available for Europe country also.
Yeah, that's what it says right now. It'll start October 14th and run until the 21st.
Mm.
Um the free to play is so it is free to play shooter. I thought I
Oh,
heard
okay,
that.
there you go.
Yeah. Interesting, but they don't have a release date yet.
No, so I'm guessing in a year or so it's gonna be released with some delay due to
Yeah.
COVID, due to whatever happened in the world at that point. Nowadays, like game, like it's not the publisher, it's the developer that like doing so much work and the publisher keep pushing them. They're gonna put like a ridiculous date, like it's gonna be April 1st, as an example. April 1st. But the developer is gonna be, we're not even there yet. Like, are you kidding? And they're gonna rush to like make the game. And then like they're gonna get to April 1st, they're gonna have to delay it. So, I'm that's why I'm going with a year, maybe next December, not coming up, but the one after in 2022, it's gonna be available.
Yeah,
That's my
that must
expectation
have
now with
happened with
games.
Extraction.
That's just it, right? So I think like people should look at publisher when they say a date and just add another 6 months. Then
Yeah,
like you'd have an expectation. Because like it's really the publisher to just throw a date without they're not the expert. The developer are the expert. They're the one making the game. They don't want to know like where it's at. If you look at Outrider, they should have freaking waited like an extra like 6 months because the game was so buggy. Stop releasing games so buggy. Like I remember when I was a kid, like on Nintendo or like all the console, you had to buy the physical game. There's no update via online or anything like that. The
right.
game was either like working perfectly or was buggy.
Yeah.
Look at Nintendo, where like I think they slack off a little bit now because they're releasing so many games on the Switch, but like they have a policy of like verifying every game and making sure it's reaching a standard of like how well it works. That's why like all of the Nintendo game they're releasing, they like they're perfect almost. If like there's an update, online update, it's gonna be a multiplayer game like Splatoon or something like that. But other than that, like they release a game and that's it. That's your game. So I think we should go back to that. Stadia should probably do that. Like, do just verify the game and make sure it's not buggy. But I think Stadia just been like, oh, give us some game, but like that's the issue, right? I think I listened to Bill and Lloyd, and they were saying they had difficulty with control, or I think Bill had difficulty with control.
Really?
Couldn't
What?
load it or something like that. I think it was
I've had no
control.
issues.
Yeah, and other people didn't have any issue. Oh no, it was Mafia he was talking about, not
Oh,
control.
Mafia. I haven't turned
Mafia
that one
3.
on yet.
He tried to turn it on and it wasn't turning on. And then like Lloyd was able to turn it on. So I was like, oh, okay. So is that an issue with the Stadia or that's an issue with compatibility? Like, or is it just a game? Like,
Maybe somebody hasn't paid their Wi-Fi bills.
exactly. But anyway, moving on.
But that was a good transition that you were talking about. So here is a game where, it's all on the shoulders of really, a really small team here, and that's Falconeer. And so when you have that much control, you really get to release the game you want when you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my perspective. I'm sure he's had a lot of outside forces. Tom Sala, I believe the name is, just giving him a shout out here.
Yeah.
I thank you, team at Stadia Source, for giving me a copy of this. And I promise to try to write something about it very soon. Really cool game. I haven't played like a dogfighting game. Dogfighting, not as in like actual like dogs fighting, but like airplane battles. I don't know why it's called dogfighting. You would probably know more than myself.
I have no idea. That's probably an English like slang or like saying
As in
dog fighting.
French,
Because I
like
guess you're chasing something, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what is it in French. I probably should look it up.
I guess you don't use that term too often. But yeah, so really cool. But instead of an airplane, you're on a bird. So you got like the physics of the bird, the wings flapping. You got two modes of fires. You got like this overwhelming rockets, and you got a machine gun type of situation. At least that's all I have right now. But just say you're low in energy and stuff, you actually go and find like a lightning storm in the open world and you charge up with the thunder, which I thought is pretty cool.
Mm.
And then you like fly out of the storm because you don't want to overheat your charging. Like you can't overcharge your bird. But the story seems to be voiced as well, which I was surprised about.
That's
I thought,
awesome.
with like a one man type of situation, you would just have like those murmurs, like a murmur, 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 murmur. But no,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, the queen wants you to do this and this and protect the harbor. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I'm getting through it. It's open world in sense of like the levels are open world, and it seems like each chapter is like a new sort of level.
Mhm.
I've gone through the tutorial and I played a bit of chapter one, so very slowly. I just wanted to check it out. But yeah, pretty cool. Again, one man putting this out. and a cool
That's
experience.
that's crazy. And then like hopefully Stadia is like pushing so much on that person to like develop more, and then hopefully like Stadia provided a team for him just to make sure that's releasing perfectly on Stadia. So
I didn't
that's
find it
all.
to be buggy too, and that's something, if your bird's flapping, like you just expect, that
Hmm.
wing's gonna mess up or something. But no, it's going smooth. You
And
know what
that's
it
the
made
thing,
me
right?
want? I
What?
wanted one of those old school like flight sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To like,
yeah, the controller. You
yeah, I
can
was
probably
missing
get
that.
it. Like you could probably use it on your if you play on PC. Because like you plug it in, it just adjusts like the button you want to use and that's it, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
if
that would be
even
the
like
best way to play it, I think.
or even connect it to your Stadia controller, the
Oh yeah, the
tendon.
tandem. Yeah,
That's pretty cool though. Like I'm very happy to see that kind of game coming out and not being buggy because it just show that indie game is able to do the work easily and then make sure that the game is released perfectly, while like the big company are just like pushing the developer to just release it. Like, we need to move on. We need to make our money. It's like doesn't work like that. Come on, like
yeah,
stop doing that kind of stuff.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a better product when the game's first.
Mm-hmm. Well, good on him, like to create a good game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's gonna start his own franchise with the Falconeer, and I can wait to see it release on Stadia.
Yeah, cool. The next title, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of. As a vegetarian for the past 10 years, Hunting 2 has been rated for Stadia. And you know what? It's time to put an end to hunting altogether. Let's just let's just stop shooting animals. They're not doing anything to you. You can go get food you want. Like, just don't go kill them in the wild. So I'm not gonna promote this game. It's being rated for Stadia. That's all I have to say about it.
Hmm. It's a hunting game, right?
Yeah,
They
you
just go.
go in the in the woods and you just shoot animals as they're unsuspectingly like the it's very predatorial. It almost seems wrong. I feel like these kind of games are like just didn't age well with the times of some
Uh,
people. But like, you used to
uh,
see this in the arcade, right? The hunting games.
yeah, I think it could be good for some people, but I don't know. It's not something I will get into.
Yeah, I just think, oh, look, there's a deer just with his family eating. Let's kill it. Like, I feel like it's very dark now when you look back at this stuff.
That's funny. Well, yeah, cool.
Um,
On to another game though. There you go.
Rogue is out for Stadia. So, I mean, there's so many Assassin's Creeds. Why not put the whole library out on Stadia, right? There was like over 30 Assassin's Creed
Mm-hmm.
titles. I don't know if I ever played the Rogue title, to be honest. I know I played one in
I,
England, but like I got lost in them.
I think the Rogue is like kind of half set one, right? It's not is it part of the storyline or it's offset?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all part of the storyline and somewhat, but it may be. Oh, it looks like boats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
it's available for 39.99 on the store.
Jesus, no way it came
So
out like that. Is it a? It's not a new game, is it? No, Rogue
no, it's
Remastered.
not. It's not. That's the
I mean,
thing.
that's a little aggressive. I mean, I
Yeah, I
guess
think
it's.
it's offset. It's the ones during the Imperial, I think. It's like a mix
Oh,
of pirate and the Imperial time. So
yeah, and
I
it
wonder
looks
if
like you go
it's
against the Brotherhood. That's why it's called
hmm
Rogue. That's an interesting concept. I mean, to me, if you want to play that game, just sign up for Ubisoft Plus for a month.
yeah, I wanted to bring that up when we're gonna talk about Far Cry 6.
Yeah. 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 So moving on to Far Cry 6, just get Ubisoft Plus for a month.
And then you can play it, yeah.
Yeah.
How much it is now, Ubisoft
Oh,
Plus? Because now they added that feature where like you have to pay for
I got an
streaming
email.
on Stadia.
Yeah, it's like 22 something Canadian or something. Yeah. I
They
mean,
just
it's
increase it.
aggressive for like
'Cause for some
I don't know.
reason, you get to pay for having access to cloud, which is like, really? Like, why you have to pay for that? You know what I mean?
It should have been built into that high price. Like, how is Stadia doing
20,
it for $9.99?
22.99 now per month.
It's
So,
just, yeah, it's a little pricey when it comes to subscription for games. Like, and
but
what?
mhm. So if you're like a heavy gamer and you like just run out of game to play on Stadia, it worth getting it. If you want to get Ubisoft Plus just to play Far Cry 6, you almost better just to buy Far Cry 6 because like it's like $22. After 3 months, it's gonna be the price of the game pretty much, or 4 months.
Yeah, it depends on how long you take to beat
So
things or how long
if
you want to be in there.
yeah, and the thing with like Ubisoft Plus is that you got the gold edition or the ultimate. So you have access to all the features. So what you can do is just get it for a month, play as much as you want Far Cry 6, and you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm going back to X game. So then you can remove the subscription, which that's what I did. Like when Ubisoft Plus was available on Stadia, I subscribed. I play like Ghost Recon on it, like prior to on PC, Division 2. And then like he can, that's the thing. So what I found was that if you go Ubisoft Plus, you can try all their game and then verify which game you really like. And then after that, you go out and go buy it. Because that's what I did. I played Division 2 on PC with Ubisoft Plus, and I played Division 1 too. And then like I was like, oh, I like this game. I gotta buy it. And I bought it. And then like same with Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I started like this and I really like it. Like even though a lot of people were complaining about it, but I like the gameplay, so I just went and buy it. So when it came on Stadia, then I didn't need to play on my PC because my PC now is too old.
Yeah, it was
But
a fun game. I mean, we went through the story.
mhm,
That was good.
definitely.
I mean, I'm more of a run and gun type, and you're the cold, calculated,
Yeah.
strategic one, and I'm like
Uh,
run and gun. Da.
yeah,
Guys
because
behind me! I'm overwhelmed. I'm dead.
Ghost Recon, it's like a stealth type of game. If you go back to the history, like when it came out on Xbox at first,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, go try it out. It looks pretty cool.
Um, Cold as Eyes. This is a DLC coming out for Orcs Must Die. So coming out November 11th to all those people who like Orcs Must Die. We played through it once before. I mean, there was some entertaining aspects to the tower defense.
Hmm.
Quirky characters sort of make it seem more of like a kid's title. It's rated teen for teens.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's a fun gameplay, I think. Yeah, it was like pretty interesting. Like you said, it's like a new genre of like tower defender. So
right. And here on this DLC, it looks like they're introducing a new enemy type. So yeah,
that's
cool.
cool.
Look out for that on November 11th, which is Canadian Remembrance Day. I don't think
Hmm.
they timed that though. No. Actually, this weekend is Thanksgiving, and no
In
Americans
Canada.
do that either.
Yeah, not like a Canada time, right?
Yeah. So thank you, Stadia Source, for hitting us up with those news. We have a couple other things coming out here. I saw this, I'm not sure if you read into this Jade Raymond interview.
No.
That's the lady who was gonna head up Stadia Games and Entertainment.
Oh, okay, okay.
She just had an interview, and essentially she was just saying that Google was actually very supportive. She knew what was coming. She was able to gather some teammates from Google, like, and they were all very supportive with her in the transition. Um, I mean, she just had nothing but like good things to say about Google, which I think is positive. And then
Yeah,
she's going off and starting her own studio, Haven Studios. So should be
awesome.
seeing some cool things out of there. Obviously, she's done Assassin's Creed, and a lot of other things.
So that's perfect. She's gonna start a new IP maybe and develop on that. Maybe it's gonna come to Stadia first.
Oh, Watch
Interesting.
Dogs. Yeah, that was the other one she was responsible for.
That's cool.
So
Well,
yeah.
that's good. They're moving on.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
good to know that it wasn't salty, and like people need to like not overreact. Sometimes it's just business and like the
Mm-hmm.
right moves for people. So there you go. Like maybe they just didn't want to make games and compete with the very people they were trying to do business with. Like it
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense to me why you wouldn't try to compete with Frontline, why you wouldn't try to compete with, ARK that you're bringing on, trying so hard to bring on to your console. Like it
Mm-hmm.
just it makes sense. But
Exactly.
yeah, public parties, those are now active. We
We
had a first
tried.
experience with a public party last night.
Yeah, and that was good. I think we found a
That
team
was
fairly
good.
quick.
You apologized. You sent me an apology text after the party.
Well, we didn't know what we were expecting. So there's like a lot of new player. We had one person joining us. Is like it just started basically, and I was like, sorry, but you cannot do that. Like you need
that
to do
that
a
was the
first
issue.
quest. But like other than that, like the population, like if like if there's more people playing Stadia, I recommend doing that just to increase the population and like guide people through the game to make sure because Destiny 2, like when you start, it's overwhelming. There's
Yeah.
just so much, right? And even if they vaulted some content, it might be very confusing. I remember like for a second, I never noticed the story was there until a couple months after. You had to go on the Tangle Shore and click on the quest. I was like, oh my God, I never did that part. And I
Yeah.
like hearing about Cade 6 dead. I was like, maybe it's something else coming up soon. No, I did Shadow Keep, and then after this, at the end, I did Forsaken. But anyway, like it's always good to do that. I played a little bit more at the end with Zor, and I got him through like a couple thing, and we played some Gambit just so for him to get some pinnacle, and that's what we need more. Like I know it's like hard, like we try to do VOG, and like people not sure what to use, and we try to guide them through. It was hard because like I think not everybody was like a high light level,
So we
but
had people join in.
mhm,
That was something that happened. But the situation was people just saw the notification. Oh, hey, play Destiny VOG. Fine, sure. I've never played Destiny before.
mm,
Sure, I'll just jump in, create a character, and go. But it's
yeah,
not like that. You need to do a lot of like VOG is end game material. So
yeah,
there's
exactly.
there's a little like nuance to it that people didn't necessarily understand. Yeah, I mean, there's I think different ways to approach it. Just be like, hey, beginners, I'll take you through. But
Yeah,
no, it was cool. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the people whatsoever. I mean, aside from some like mic issues and like that solid guy had, he couldn't even talk to us. I feel like we got a full team actually fairly quickly. We
yeah.
needed 3 people. We got it within like 10 minutes.
Exactly. And then like yeah, and then we did like the first part, I think with 5 minutes, and then we did like some of the part there, and then I think we're at the end we're like, okay, it's getting late, so we're getting tired. But that was a good try. I think it helped some people to get some pinnacle gear and at the same time like learn more about Destiny too. So I think I will encourage people to do that like more often. Am I gonna do that and just be like, hey, party, public party, join me if you want some help with like grinding pinnacle or something like that. So
Yeah. Just send my PayPal like 20 bucks an hour or
exactly right.
something. No,
So
but yeah, we should do that next time. Just be like, hey, get on to Destiny. We'll help you out.
exactly. So because a lot of it, I think now they change it. You just do the story, but like it doesn't like guide you through that well. Yeah,
No.
so
I remember when I first started, it was like, oh, do Leviathan. I was like, okay, I'll just go into Leviathan solo.
yeah.
Why can't I get off of the bridge? Like it's just started. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So yeah, I mean, I get why you said it was good, but I mean, did we make a lot of progress? Not so much. I did get my final pinnacle, so that was good. And yeah, I saw that Zor is it? Yeah, he entered the clan.
Yeah, I
He got
sent him an
into the clan.
invite. He wanted to join us. I was like, yeah, sounds good, more and merrier, right? I
Yeah,
think it's just because there's a lot of people inactive, so it would be good to have like more people, and then he's gonna learn from all of us, so that would be good.
yeah, that'd be cool.
hmm
So look
And
forward to trying. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I think like West, it's good. It's the party, like the way it work. I think like it was good because like I can just switch it. Like at first we have a private party, I switch it to public,
Yeah.
and then like I put like the detail, and I let available for everyone. People just join, and you send the invite to for them to join the game. So it was very good for that. And then we had someone joining from PC. Then he switched to Stadia, so we can all go on the party chat because like he had some difficulty with not him, but someone else had difficulty with his mic to go on the game chat. So it's two different thing, right? So
Yeah, cool. I think it's
yeah.
a good story to end it out on.
Mhm. One thing I want to add is
Oh yeah.
Windows 10. So Windows 10, Windows 11, it's out now for people having PC. There's been some recommendation to not upgrade it if you play cloud gaming. I
Ooh,
guess there's like some
caution.
issue. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I cannot even upgrade my PC. I can upgrade my laptop. So I'm gonna try on my laptop, see how it goes. But yeah, my PC, I basically need to change my motherboard, my graphic card, my processor, my RAM, pretty much all things.
You need a
So
new insides, like
I need to buy a new computer
yeah.
like completely. And I'm like, God damn, like I really like the tower and stuff. So eventually, am I gonna go and switch? I can like run a 4K screen or something like that because I think that's why I'm having some issue to run like higher uh, my to run my two screen and run like a higher processing. It's just my computer cannot support it. Like it just struggle.
Yeah.
So,
I
you
know
know,
how that is.
when we were playing Borderland and had that stutter, I wonder if it's because of my PC.
Oh,
So
right.
it could be not because it's still like even though you stream, it's still going through your PC to project it on the screen, right? So
Right.
yeah, so
The screen still has to do some work.
the computer still has to do some work, yeah, to project the screen, right? So it's not going like it's not like I plug the Chromecast directly to the screen, right? The processing is happening in the Chromecast to project it to the screen. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, probably something I'll look in the future. I would like to get a new screen, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get married first before I get the upgrade of a
Priorities,
computer. Yeah,
priorities.
priorities. So that being said, I think next weekend
Oh, we're gonna be off.
we can always look to like do our podcast, but I don't know. We can look into that, um, and maybe we can like release a podcast later and not on the Sunday. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, we could see. We could maybe yeah, we'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking of maybe Tuesday even to like be more on top of the news, but yeah, whichever works. I mean, this
Mm-hmm.
is fine, but we'll figure it out, even if we take a week off.
Exactly. But that's pretty much else. Like I don't know what's else is coming in the future for Stadia.
No,
I'm
one
quite
small
happy.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
If people who play Grime, I beat Grime. I think it's an awesome game. I just noticed here that they got an update recent for Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
So just some quality of life, some bug fixes, a lot of weapon enhancements and stats for that. If you haven't played Grime yet and you have Stadia Pro, I mean, just get on it and play. Nah, it's so good.
Yeah, I
But
still
yeah,
haven't played that.
yeah. Just sorry. One last news thing I just saw on Twitter here.
That's awesome. Yeah, keep up to date. yeah, that's it. The thing with the game on Stadia, you don't see a patch note attached to
Yeah,
it. So
never do. They should show us something like this was just, or like a little updated like flag if you haven't played it yet, and be like, oh, I haven't played it yet, and there's a little update thing. I should go see what's new about it, and then boom, you're instantly in, and you're playing. It's like a new incentive to play a game. Oh my
yeah,
god,
exactly.
they need to
They sh-
hire me. This is an idea machine.
Yeah, because you can see more about the product, about the thing, and it just I don't know if it tells you anywhere about the last
Last, no, I don't think so.
the release. Oh, no, they should like put like oh like the last update or access like if you look at Destiny, it should be a link for the TWAB or a link to the website. There's like you can search on YouTube on Metacritic to see the video of the game itself, but that's not.
Oh, Metacritic. Something I want to mention. Make sure to go on to Metacritic and rate games that are for Stadia. Like a lot of Stadia games don't have ratings.
Mm.
And yeah, it's just a good practice to do if you're part of the community. You like the console, whatever the console, whatever it is. But yeah, do it up. Make sure you rate games. I
Cool.
still owe a rating for Control, so
Awesome.
all right, guys. That's the news and for this weekend. Don't forget to hit subscribe, like the video, that notification bells. You'll get an alert when our podcast hits the air. Leave us a comment. Tell us about Stadia and your gaming life. You can find Stadia Party Chat podcast, the audio version of our podcast, on most other places you find podcasts: Anchor, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Google Cast. Shout out to our new sponsors. Thank you, Stadia Community Blog. Thank you, Stadia Source. Thank you, 9 to 5 Google. Yeah, and that's the news for this week. Thank you for tuning in, hearing our thoughts on the news. Look forward to sharing more in the future. As always, I'm Ricardo, giving you my perspective on the cloud, and my super co-host, Sebastian.
Yeah, you guys have a good week and we'll see you soon.
All right, guys, take care. Let me, oops.